What am I gonna do? Like, go down to Kennesaw and be like, you should have hired me? No, whatever. What's meant for me never misses me.
Ah, hell, it's about to get real.
Welcome to Digressive Diaries, a safe space for the random ramblings of a millennial with ADHD, navigating life with no GPS, so help me God. This is for the black sheep, the outcast, and the badass. Welcome home. This is not just a YouTube channel. This is my life, and you are now a part of the tribe. So join now, stay forever, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You would think I've been like walking for 30 miles, how out of breath I am. Nope. Just trying to get it together. But you guys, I'm on a walk right now. I don't know what entry this is. This is the entry where I officially give up on trying to know what entry it is. But it is March 19th, and it has been now a little over a month that I've been at Tati's. But if you've been keeping up with the content, you would know that the past couple weeks I have been at my friend Sarah's house in Decatur. So the beauty of being away is that I've had time to spend time with my friends, of course, but also just process where I'm at. In this video, I just kind of want to give you guys an update. It's going to be honestly about all the disappointments that I've been encountering. I think I'm going to sit on this bench because y'all don't need me to be out of breath and walking and talking. Ooh. Whew. You know you're getting older when you sit down and you got to make a noise. But yeah, so what's been going on? I've gotten rejected by 2 jobs, by Georgia State University and Kennesaw State University, 2 institutions that I've previously worked at for roles that I've previously had, but in different departments. So I'm not gonna lie, for everyone that's talking about how weird the job market is, yeah, I feel you. And I don't know what feels worse, just not getting callbacks at all, or applying for jobs that you've actually had before and finding that they don't want your ass either. So it's been a little bit challenging. I'm doing my best to keep honestly my hope alive. I have a very foundational belief that what's meant for you just truly does not miss you. And that's really what I'm using to guide me today, because I am I'm getting rejected, obviously. I'm applying for things and I'm getting rejected, and it feels really weird because I just need stability right now. I love being a life coach. I'm a fusion of a life coach and a therapist. I have a whole TikTok dedicated to that practice, and I love the clients that I have. It has not been sustainable, and it has been draining for me to figure out, how do I balance entrepreneurship? How do I just handle entrepreneurship and navigate it when things aren't going so well? So needing a W-2 job, I find no shame in that. At first I was struggling with that, but I realize it'll be for my security, and it will help me feel a lot better, and it will help me feel a lot more free, and in freedom and in groundedness, your creativity can soar. And I feel like some of the ideas I have, I'll actually have the space to actually act on them, except I need the stability for that. So obviously moving out was a big part of me, having that freedom and having the freedom financially. Freedom, as you saw in previous entries, have been a little bit different for me lately, but ultimately it's just a weird place. It's just a weird place. So I was really excited to tell you guys about how a producer from divorce court reached out to me, and they wanted me to be an expert witness for a case that they had. And I was like so excited about it. It was not a paid gig, but it was going to be something that could showcase, some of my talents to obviously a broader audience, an audience that certainly needs, my kind of support and the empowerment that I guide my clients to. So it was going to be a great opportunity to be on TV, obviously, but I didn't even notice until a couple days later that about an hour after I got that email, they had said, "Oh, JK, we're going another route." And I was like, damn. And one of my friends helped me feel a lot less disappointed about it, because she was like, "Oh, people, TV producers, they can all be so fickle. And I was just like, okay, well, I wasn't completely bummed out about it, but like I wasn't like devastated by it, but I was kind of like, oh, okay. I'm still really holding hope out for this one job, several applications, but I actually got invited to interview for this one school that I've really wanted to work at. So I'm still like, fingers crossed over here, but it's just a little disappointing. It's just a little disappointing. But I've been through this before. I have gone for positions before and not gotten it. And I had to teach myself that what's meant for you does not miss you. And I don't think there's ever been a job that I didn't get that has kept me up at night because I'm like, oh, but that job, I should have got it. Like, no, what's meant for you is just yours. So it's just an interesting time navigating, disappointments and just coming to terms with it. And I think I'm doing my best. I'm going to make a video where I discuss how financials are going. I've been meaning to make that video for a while now. As you guys see, I can be incredibly avoidant. Let me just wait for these people to walk by because, so I've been a bit avoidant when it comes to the financial discussion. I mentioned a couple episodes ago considering a no buy year, and I think I'm doing good so far, to be honest. Obviously I'm still eating out here and there because I'm not the biggest cook, but I'm gonna lock it down. I am. But I'm not buying things and buying clothes, which can sometimes be such a big comfort for me. I did make a note of like some of my favorite perfumes, or some new scents that I've like smelled that I would really like to get in the future. But I am really staying focused because I really would like to get out of this situation sooner than later, and not making excess purchases would be very helpful right now. So a couple things that are going really well for me financially. I did get a part-time gig. It's not a huge deal, but it does pay $35 an hour. I only have to do minimum 9 hours a week. So just trying to figure out how that's going to work out with my schedule, but it's better than not having anything at all. So I'm pretty happy about that. Outside of that, I was happy to move a lot of my bills around. I was able to get my car note due date moved. So I was able to get 2 of my credit cards. I think I have 6 total. I was able to get 2 of them in a hardship mode. So I was able to get the monthly payment reduced as well as the interest reduced. And it'll be like that for a year, and that is more than enough time. So I was really happy about that. So moving my bills around, moving due dates, and giving myself time to come up with the money that I need for my most expensive bill, which is my $904 car note, has me in a better predicament. I feel really good about the fact that I've been able to move bills around, reduce certain payments, and I'm not making excess payments. I also decided that on a weekly basis, I would evaluate what bills are due that week. And instead of paying myself out, the entire, Stripe balance from my coaching business, I would only give myself what I need to cover the bills. I think I'm going to take it a step further and decide to only use cash when it comes to spending so that I can stay within a certain budget when it comes to eating out or whatever it is that I want to get. So my no buy year, which does sound very extreme, will feel less extreme if I can control myself from making big purchases using the credit card. Now, if I give myself, let's say, I have a petty cash budget of, I'm just going to make up a number, $175. I have not sat down to really think about what this should be because my income fluctuates, I don't feel like I can do this confidently and come up with a number that's going to be the same every week or every month. But let's say I just came up with a petty cash budget of $175. Then I will have that $175, and that'll be what I use for eating out and for anything that I want to get. Like, okay, if you want to buy clothes, you're only working with a limited amount. And I think that's going to be really helpful because then it means I'm not using my card for things, which will have me strictly using the money that I have to pay my expenses and then start to do the debt snowball method of paying off one card at a time. So that is my plan. I'm going to update you guys as I go. I think I'm going to have a video that's going to be dedicated to showing the progress of this. I think it'll be an end of the month thing, because what I want to do is at the end of the month is take whatever money is not whatever money that was not used towards bills and that won't go towards my most expensive bill in the middle of the next month, whatever amount that is, I'm going to take that and I'm going to start putting that aside into an account. Then I can figure out what to do with it later as I get more intel. I am still waiting to get my security deposit back from my apartment. That's going to be a big help as well, because that in and of itself is $700, $730, I believe. So I'm gonna go back and look at my credit cards, and that'll be more than likely the next video. Yeah, I'm gonna record that soon, where I show you guys what all my debt looks like, what my plan of action is, based on how I've been able to, you know, change things around, get shit on hardship, blah 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 blah. So hopefully by then I'm able to share some good news that I did get invited to do a second interview for this institution that I really want to work at. But if not, you know, your girl's not going to give up. I'm going to keep going like this guy keeps going. I'm not gonna give up. I'm just going to keep moving. My best friend sent an amazing video that just talked about what it feels like when you're like uncomfortable, navigating the unknown and realizing that, you know, life's not about winning or losing, but it's just about being present. And how blessed am I? Like right now, I don't have the W-2 job that will make me feel the most secure, but I get to be on this beautiful boardwalk, like on this beautiful, perfectly sunny day on a Thursday, taking a walk, getting my steps, and talking to you guys about my journey. I could be somewhere moping and crying about how, oh my God, life is so unfair. I live with these senior citizens, but I'm choosing to make content about it. I'm choosing to still make content for my mental health business. I mean, if I wasn't doing that, a producer wouldn't have reached out to me in the first place. And even though that didn't pan out, it's like I'm looking at everything and I'm choosing to be like, you know what? All right. Okay. And so life is what you make it, and I'm doing my best to make the best of it. And anyone that's in a similar predicament where they feel like, oh my God, I feel like life's going down the toilet. Well, at least you have a toilet. At least you have a toilet seat. You know what I mean? You got to think about how there are people in certain places that, you know, have to dig a hole in the ground to use the bathroom. Like, I don't know. Like, I know I sound like a real puffed up optimist, but it's like, what the fuck else do you want? Like, I have an option to be a pessimist or an optimist, and I'm going to choose this. I'm going to choose to just look on the bright side. I'm going to find the bright side, because there always is one. Even when I'm going through something and I'm feeling really down, I look at my friends and they're the bright side, because they're like, oh, well, we love you, they're lost, whatever. When I was talking to my close girlfriend, Sarah, about, you know, divorce court and them not advancing with me, she was like upset. And I said, no, it's fine. You know, it wasn't paid anyway. She said, I don't care if they were going to pay you a chocolate chip cookie. Like, what the hell? Like, da-da-da. And I was just like, you know what? This is something that a producer can't reach out and do. A producer can't reach out and give you the friends that I have. So I'm just counting my blessings. I'm giving myself goals that make sense. I have joined my best friend Crystal, hey girl, on a 25-day workout challenge. So every day challenging myself to, oh, you guys are so cute. Love that. Holding hands and shit. I love that. But what you call it, you know, she's doing a 25, I almost said 45, 25-day workout challenge. I've joined her doing that, and I'm doing 45 minutes of some kind of workout every single day. Today I did Stairmaster and then the elliptical, and now I'm out on a walk, so I'm doing a little bit more than 45 minutes because I love hitting 10K steps. And when the weather is this favorable, why not get your steps? So I think sometimes in seasons like this where there's a lot that I cannot control, I like to think about goals that I can give myself, where I can see myself meet them. And because they're a controllable thing, I can control whether or not I go for a walk, or I go work out, or I read a book, or I write for 30 minutes. So I think anybody that's in a not so great situation, I think it's really important that you think about what is in your control. What is something you can do? What is something that can make you feel proud? Obviously, I know that I'll be really happy when I do get some good news regarding a new position. But in the meantime, it's going to be good news if at the end of my day, I checked off the 3 major things that were on my list. So today, two of the 3 have already been checked out, and I'm going to be very happy if I can get that 3rd one. But just, we're going to do what we can. What can I do about what I can't do? I can't, what am I going to do? Like, go down to Kennesaw and be like, you should have hired me. No, whatever. What's meant for me never misses me, and what's meant for you never misses you either. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Digressive Diaries. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Obviously, I'm being very transparent and super vulnerable, but yeah, I feel like I'm going to be so grateful that I looked back at this chapter of my life that I call the Great Reset, where I have to humble myself, live with these senior citizens, commute quite a distance to all the places I want to go, where I have to learn, to be better. Damn, she moves fast. She was just, she moves fast as hell. Where I have to learn to be better financially disciplined. And I think it's going to make my 10-year anniversary of living in Atlanta so much more meaningful, because I'm sitting in the lessons. I'm sitting with the mistakes that I've made, but I'm not torturing myself for it. And I'm just moving forward. So I love you guys. Until next time. Bye.